Okay, thank y'all for listening in. I'm very thankful for those great nurses. I tell you, Mercy Health. Press a push a button on Mercy Health. I like their customer service. Exactly. And don't forget about Aurora Hospitals. Oh man. I tell you, when I got my first experience in Wisconsin and with the church, my husband called up here when I was married for a church in North Chicago, but we didn't have no medical health insurance or nothing like that till he got on that hospice. Then he got on hospice, we got insurance. But when I got on with Aurora Business Nurses Association, he was at Vitas. So they had a better plan. Of course, you in the Aurora network. Exactly. So I am working for Aurora, go to Aurora hospital facility, just like Mercer Health. You get more perks. So I was definitely awesome service, awesome service. Like I said, I had got diagnosed in Wisconsin with fibromyalgia and varicose veins. Exactly, I got diagnosed with that, and also I was on something for pressure. Um, I can't remember what else. Yeah, for pressure and the fibromyalgia. Exactly. And I'll tell you, I got my first pair of compression socks. When I be over here, they say you get stock. I said, no, they got socks. They got socks. They got SOCK. They got socks. They said they got stockers. I said, okay, I'll take the stockers. Whatever help these legs. Exactly. And then when I was in Savannah, I had a flashback when you working. I was going to Walgreens and buying me some of those compression socks out of there. They call copper socks. I see the commercial. So you got big Bino Banes. I got Bino Banes, Bico Banes too. So I'm like, hey, I was working, so I would purchase that out of Walgreens or CVS. They got no copper socks that goes up to your leg, like the stockings, absolutely. But I'm doing expression on my doctors because I do believe I received a great letter from Mayor Health that there's no discrimination. And I want to give some praise out to Mayor Health. And I tell you, they've been up under the pressure also. Mayor Health because some people want to combine them. And like they said, they are a Mayor Health Plus. See, you got Medicaid, JFC, Trumbull. See, this is what I was fighting for. Even though I live in Youngstown, that stuff's still in the system because if it ain't in the system, we gonna fraud. See, whatever I done over there in Warren, Ohio, Youngstown should be able to see it in the database. Same thing with Social Security. Because what happened, then you'll be a fraud. So I can't go over there and get something, and I come over here and get something like, let's say FS, because I be frauding. Exactly. So I tell you, you're going to get FS from Warren, Ohio, or you're going to get FS from Youngstown. Exactly. Then I'll be frauding unless they was to change the rules. So that's what I was over there when I first had that experience. It was a mix up on the interview. I said I didn't get the interview. But that's a short story short. I just want to take the pressure off of my doctors because it's something going on. Ain't nothing new under the sun because it is what it is. And now, like I said, I had health issues in Savannah, Georgia. And these nurses, not all nurses, I had nurses in my family. And some people, when they treat you wrong, they want to cover it up, but they don't want to stop. They don't want to stop what they're doing, but they want to cover it up. So they don't want you to have the title of it because that don't look good. I attack the store. You know, like some stores you just don't mess with, okay? You might mess with the little bitty store that don't hardly have no business, okay? But you don't want to mess with the big major stores because you mess with a big major store, that's a big impact. That's a big impact. So let's look at the investigation. Some of my doctors have been targeted with people that's in my family and outside of my family. They're not my caregiver. They're not my caregiver, and I have not authorized them to be speaking to my professional doctor, even my sister-in-laws. I got people in my family, but look at the evidence. That is HIPAA. I am a firm believer of HIPAA. I used to volunteer for hospital, Vitas, Odyssey, and VistaCare, and Vitas. And when you're a volunteer, it's HIPAA. I'm a big firm believer, even me being a site supervisor, HIPAA, unless I authorize. I'm a big firm believer in HIPAA. But because of these hacking devices and things like that, that's how a lot of information has gotten out. and then they know network with somebody in the facility to get information. But I have not authorized. Only thing is the medical team. Like if you got Poland medical team that I'm going to Poland, you got Youngstown medical team, you got Austintown medical team. Those are the ones that need to communicate. Those are the ones that I'm authorized. When I sign that release form, you can get records from all the other doctors. Those are the ones that you need to communicate with. Because I was thinking about, I had a surgery several years ago, and I'm thinking about, was I awake? I didn't know that you could have procedures and you don't always be asleep all the time. To a couple of times I had procedures, they didn't put me to sleep. I was like, y'all ain't gonna put me to sleep? No, we're not gonna put you to sleep. So they just deal with that error, the dumbness, like they do your mouth. Okay, I'm like, oh boy. So I'm thinking about, I had a procedure done. I'm trying to remember now, was I asleep or was I awake for that? I can't remember. So who gonna find that out is my professional doctor with that release form. If I gotta have a procedure again, so I want to know because I done got older. I was younger then. Exactly. I done got older. I don't know if I want to go to sleep. Exactly. Just thinking outside of the box. But I want to take the pressure off my doctors, all the cardiologists, the primary doctors, the primary doctors, GYN. It's not fair that they be targeted because somebody been targeting me. They want to be in my chart, know my information, and they is not assisting me with my authorization. So I'm thankful for Mercy Health, every individual nurse and doctors, and everybody in the radiology, because I know it's not easy. When things working proper, all of a sudden, I know things break down, but all of a sudden something happened. Sometimes we definitely have to look at the investigation and the quality and quantity of our lives. Thank y'all for listening in. Detectives, let's be on task.